Develop yourself to develop others. Attribute number 9, humility, humbleness. The opposite of that is someone who is arrogant. I know it all. I can't be taught. I'm perfect as I am. There's nothing I have to work on. Is that attractive to you? Do you think you can develop an organization if that is what you are? No. You need to develop the attribute of humility, of humbleness, so that others are attracted to you. What does that look like in your organization? How would it look like you are a humble person in your organization without running around saying, hey, I'm humble? Because that would knock off that attribute right there. A couple of attributes ago, we talked about focus, and we talked about 5 things that would help us stay focused. We talked about the importance of meeting people on a daily basis. We talked about the importance of inviting them all the time with consistently to Soul, of making presentations frequently, of doing follow-ups, and of lighting a fire under people by training them in the SOS School, for example. How can I show I'm humble when it comes to those 5 things? Well, because I'm not just working on me developing them, but I'm helping others to do it. I'm not just working on being the best, myself only. Like I want to be the best at presenting, the best at inviting, the best at selling Soul, the best at follow-up. And then people look at me and say, wow, they are amazing. How do you do that? Because if you're asking, how do you do that? It's because you're not teaching. And if you're not teaching, it's because you think you're the best and you don't need to teach. And now you lack humility and humbleness. So as you work on those 5 things that will help you keep focused, work on sharing it with others as well. Work on teaching it. Now, if you want to be a teacher, you must be a student first, because you will never be a successful teacher if you weren't a student first. You have to learn the traits that will make you a teacher that others want to listen to, that others want to follow. Otherwise, you'll be teaching, I don't know who. Now, remember also that your income, the bulk of your income, doesn't come from what you're good at. You could be good and excellent at those 5 things, but there's only one of you, and there's only a certain amount of hours in a day that you can work on those 5 things. So that is not where your greatest income will come from. Where will it come from? From developing an educational system that you can duplicate, that others can imitate and duplicate. And therefore, you must teach others. So it's very important that we teach others to do what we do. So we don't want to work only on how do I develop these 5 things, just me, and better and better and better, me. We want to help. We want to develop them, work on these 5 things and be good at them, but we want to be the best at teaching these 5 things. That's what we want to be good at, because that will be duplicable. That means that I must make time every day to work on personal development. That means that I must make time every day, for example, 30 minutes a day, that I say, I'm going to work on my mindset. I'm going to work on being a more optimistic person, on being a more productive person, etc., etc. Because if I work on my mind, on things that will help and feed my mind, then I can convey this to others when I teach. And I also want to look at my flaws. What do I still need to work on? Do I need to be better at communicating? Do I need to be better at understanding people? Is humbleness a trait I need to work on? And then dedicate 30 minutes to working on it. There are self-books for everything you can imagine. But I need to be a student. I need to understand that I am not the best version of myself yet. That I may never be. That I will always have to be working on something. And if you demonstrate that type of humility, that type of humbleness, you will be attractive to others. Develop humbleness and develop a beautiful organization.